The writer's strike ended earlier this year with the Writers Guild walking away with just about everything that they wanted. Residuals from streaming, better conditions, and the big one, protection against AI. Now, AI has skyrocketed not only in popularity, but in its various different uses, generating text, generating images and videos, and replicating voices. Now, all of that sounds neat and fun in concept, but this has a downside to it, and that is a classic tale of knowing where to draw the line and stop.
That's why I'm not here today.
On May 2nd, 2023, the Writers Guild of America went on strike for an excruciating 148 days, with the Actors Guild, SAG-AFTRA, joining them shortly after.
With the studio executives stating the end game is to allow things to drag on until the union members start losing their apartments and losing their houses, making it a cruel but necessary evil. This has been the first time in 60 years that both actors and writers banded together for similar reasons. These being residual pay regarding streaming services, and of course AI. But why is everyone so concerned about artificial intelligence?
It's just terrifying to know that because you're doing what you love, someone else is taking advantage of that.
They could eventually write their own shows.
We interviewed Deirdre Ring and one of her students about their concerns with this technology.
So the writers are in trouble as well as the actors. In terms of acting, they can steal your voice, and that especially if you're a very famous person, you know, they can come and take your voice and use it as in a commercial without actually paying the real actor. So I think it is very important that people can copyright their image and their own voice, their likeness.
Initially, it could be like harmless. You see silly things on YouTube, just very poorly made renditions of somebody's voice that we all recognize as fake. But those are becoming more and more realistic, and it's scary to imagine, especially as a voice actor, that someone's taking your voice and making you say whatever. And they can be incredibly realistic to the point where actors have had to come out and say, I haven't been part of this. I did not consent to this. Where it's going to go is you're going to create a lot more just soulless content out there. We've been seeing this in just about any media form that you consume, whether you watch movies, whether you watch shows, whether you play games. You can see where AI has been used, and it shows. And the people who are selling us this, we know that we can see it, but they're just waiting to the point where we stop caring, and that's the biggest concern there.
It's money. At the end of the day, it's how much money they can make from it. And you know, it's very scary, even for somebody, especially somebody who isn't in the union. If you're putting your voice on the internet and you're just giving your voice away, they can take that voice and use it. So people can just grab your voice now and use it, and then all of a sudden your voice isn't worth anything because you've given it away. If you're a member of the union, they can't do that. You can turn around and sue them for doing that. So yeah, I think it's wonderful.
When talking about AI, there are 3 types: narrow, general, and super. Most notable is narrow, otherwise known as weak AI, which is implemented in many different programs such as ChatGPT and DALL-E 2.
This form of AI takes information from all across the internet and copies it to make something similar. This was used by Waymark to create the short film The Frost, completely from AI-generated images.
Will people die? Maybe. But it's a signal, Elam. A signal.
As AI continues to advance, these concerns become more and more of a national problem to those who are just starting out. But concerns also are coming from those who've been in the industry for years.
Anybody can now recreate themselves at any age they are by way of AI or deep fake technology. Because look, I could be hit by a bus tomorrow and that's it. But my performances can go on and on and on and on and on. And outside of the understanding that it's been done with AI or deep fake, there'll be nothing to tell you that it's not me.
It's basing its knowledge of scripts on all the scripts that have ever been written. They're in the database. And so it can take all kinds of different scenarios and scenes and conflicts and everything else that's in a good script. AI is really going to push that to the nth degree.
AI voice cloning has been used in various online ads using the voices of figures who clearly would not grant the use of their voice for many different works.
I'm Mr. Beast, and I'm doing the world's largest iPhone 15 giveaway.
That many Americans are missing out on this huge $5,200 subsidy. They don't even know they qualify.
Am I the wizard man? Well, let's see. Did I single-handedly slay the twin ice dragons of Powdervale Lake? Yes, I did. Am I the...
AI can be used as a tool in the creative process to allow things to move quicker in pre and post-production and allow creativity to the writers. But how should it be regulated? Where is the stopping point?
Like anything, it can be used for good, but regulation helps it from not being used for bad.
I think we're in the point of just still trying to understand what AI can do for us and how to best use it and how to use it without hurting anyone else in the process. But we have to be smart about it. We have to be very careful about it because much like any other technology in our history, if it gets carried away, it ends up being way more harm than good.
Even Elon Musk, has backed out of OpenAI because he believes that we do need to have some kinds of restrictions on the AI development. The problem is that once you open Pandora's box, you might be stuck with the consequences.
Though AI can help us enhance and control our work, we cannot let it control us. Artists, animators, writers, filmmakers, content creators, and basically everyone in the creative field needs to preserve our work. This must be protected because without it, works like this become lifeless and soulless, without emotion or feel.